Welcome, everybody.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this special live edition of the Main Characters podcast. My name is Marco.
And I'm Tony de Wilde, and together with Bojan and Pablo, who's over there, we started this podcast a year ago.
Yeah, and we did it because we feel that at the moment LGBTQ rights are under attack everywhere, and we think our community needs some love and care, you know?
Yeah, and oftentimes queer people are always the side character or whatever, so we wanted to highlight and center the queer people in our podcast.
Yeah, like positive voices, beautiful role models, that sort of thing, you know? And for that, we started this podcast a year ago.
Yeah.
We're starting our second season in 2 or 3 days, which is really exciting.
So if you want to follow, please scan the QR code.
Yeah.
We are honored to be invited to host this live panel at the European Gay Sauna Conference.
Yeah, and as you already heard, today we're going to speak to 3 icons who work for Sauna NZ. We will call... they are laughing about it themselves, but yes, they are icons. We will call them to the stage in a second.
Yeah.
But before we do that, I would still kind of like to know, do you have some experiences in a gay sauna?
Yes, of course. I've been living in Amsterdam for a while, I've been to Sauna NZ quite often. I actually spent my first night with my husband 11 years ago at the NZ sauna.
Yeah. You met your husband there,
Well,
right?
I was organizing a party at the Eagle,
Yeah.
and he was there. I didn't know him, but I thought, oh, he's cute. So I was giving him free shots and like kind of flirting, but nothing was really happening. So I was like, you know what, whatever. So I really loudly said to my best friend, let's go to the sauna. And then I was like, you know, if he shows up, he shows up. If he's not, then it's not meant to be. And I was at the sauna, and 5 minutes later, who entered the sauna?
Yeah.
My husband.
How cute.
Yeah.
And you got married, beautiful.
I think we spent like 7 hours just talking and doing other stuff until it closed and they kicked us out.
Yeah.
So that was quite a nice experience.
Yeah.
And how about you?
I actually also met a lot of husbands at the sauna.
Just not yours.
None of them were mine. That was fun.
Yeah.
And I remember when I turned 40, which is already almost 10 years ago, I was like feeling like, oh my God, I'm becoming a daddy. And my hair started becoming gray. And then I was a little bit insecure. And I remember sitting at the boiler sauna in the smoking area. And then this beautiful boy walked in, in his 30s, and he was a U.S. Marine, I think.
Okay.
And then I was kind of shy, and then he started talking to me that he liked my salt and pepper beard. Yeah.
Which is hot.
Yeah, and that became a whole night. So yeah, thank you, Boiler.
Is the boiler here today?
Yeah. Thank you so much for those experiences. Shall we invite our guests to the
start?
stage?
Yeah. Also, we have a Q&A at the end. So we're gonna ask you some questions as well, but you can also ask us some questions, and the staff, of course.
Yeah. Let's call them to the stage. I would like to ask George and Louis and Jonas to come over.
Give them a round of applause.
And you're the floor manager. You're already telling them where to sit. I like
already
that.
managing the situation.
I said it's all the same. They can sit wherever they want.
Well, it's nice to have you all here. Why don't we start with a little introduction, who you are and what do you do at Sauna NZ? Let's start with you.
Well, my name is Jonas. I mean, you all already know me from yesterday. I'm one of the floor managers at Sauna NZ. I studied music theater. I've worked in theater for a long time, and then at a certain point, there was no more work in theater for me, and I was at the sauna one night with a friend, and I was like, well, the bills need to be paid. So at a certain point, I was like, well, I'll just look up the email from the managers and send in my resume. And a week later, I was working behind the bar.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
George.
So my name is George, and I'm working in sauna as cleaner. And it was a hard decision to go there because before I was working in a hotel, and then I just had not lost job, but they just suspended, like take less stuff. And then I was like, oh, what to do, because all my CVs, nobody responding. And I was like, okay, I will try to get into NZ. And here I am.
Yeah, and you only started, right? You like 2 months ago, something like
Yes, tomorrow will be 2 months.
that. So you're super fresh.
Very fresh.
Yeah, super clean, yeah.
Luis.
Yes. Hi, I'm Luis. I work normally in the bar or the reception, and I have already like over 1.5 years.
Yeah, and I like your story about working at the sauna, because you were already like intrigued, right, to work there. Can you tell us that story?
Yes. So I was out of work, and I was a visitor. No, I will not say a regular. None of us is a regular, but I was always curious, like how is working in the back, and I thought like, or I do it now, or it never happens, and I didn't regret it. Like it's really interesting, it's super nice, and yeah, still learning.
And for people, you do the bar and you also do the reception, right, when people come in.
Correct.
Yeah, so you do multiple things. Let's maybe talk a little bit about like what you like about your work. Can you tell us a little bit about what are your favorite things about your job?
For me, the most special is like it's a place where a lot of people can meet their fantasies, but also like to know who they are. As we talked in the talk before, you see people arriving really nervous because it's their first time, and you see them leaving the sauna with a big smile and with new friends and maybe sometimes husbands.
So for me, is most important is my colleagues, because if you can get very well with your colleagues, then you know that you're in the right place. If you don't go with your colleagues in connection, then you need to change your job.
Yeah, it can be long days if you don't get along with your with your colleagues.
And you need to be very strong in your brain to do your job as well.
What about you, Jonas? What makes you happy about your job? What are like the things that make you smile as well?
I think the things that make me smile most are my colleagues. It's a very central team here.
I love how sweet you are. Yeah.
No, but it is really true, because I think we have a really good team at the moment. I've been there for 7 years, and when I started, there was like quite a good team already, and then some people left and some new people came, and you're not always getting along with everybody. But now the last few years, again, I think we have a really good team, and it's a joy to work with them. You can talk to them about anything, you can joke with them, and it's just really fun to work with them behind the bar. And also, as a bartender, you're right there, and everybody, all the customers are having drinks and having conversations and stories, and you're not always part of it, but you're there and you hear them. And that also makes it fun sometimes. You hear everything. You know everything when you're behind the bar.
Is there a particular story that stayed in your mind?
I mean, maybe not, because most of the time I also forget what was said after a while. But there are just sometimes there's some very funny moments, like there's two people and very clearly they're physically attracted to each other, but they are unable to really like get a conversation off the ground. But they don't want to abandon it, because they're like, well, you're really hot and I really want to go into the back with you. But it's like, how are we going to get to that point or something? And at a certain point, you're just like, well, shall we go? It's like, yeah, sure. And it's always so funny to me, like how these interactions happen. And yeah, that makes it fun.
This is funny. I thought you were going to go into a completely different direction. That you
Oh,
were going to
really?
be like the matchmaker, you know, that you're like the angel that saves their connection.
Actually, I've never done that, but thank you for that tip.
Next
That could be
time.
fun.
So,
Make or break it.
Yeah.
But another thing about what is maybe a perk for you is you already said it, you're also an artist, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you get a little bit of freedom at the sauna as well.
Yes. What is very nice about working at the sauna is management is very flexible and allows me to do my projects that I want to do. Because as I said before, I worked full-time in theater. Now it's small projects here and there, and they're being very accommodating towards me. If I need some days to rehearsal, and those days are my show days, and yeah, that makes it really fun for me that I can still do what I love next to the sauna,
Yeah.
that it is possible. So thank you.
Yeah, and I want to plug what you do because you do Jacques Brel, for example.
Yes, I did a project of Jacques Brel music. I don't know if anybody knows Jacques Brel. So he is a Belgian singer-songwriter. He
Ne me
writes
quitte pas.
Ne me quitte pas, yes,
Yeah.
from Jacques Brel, yes. He writes French chanson, and with a few friends, I did a concert with all kinds of music from Jacques Brel, and that was really fun. Yeah.
Why don't we talk a little bit about what you guys are doing, what your function is, and which things you do in the daily?
So as a floor manager, I work with them behind the bar. So I do the same things as Luis. I work behind the bar, I do the entrance, but I'm also responsible during the shift as a floor manager. So if anything happens, some people are discontent or somebody is overdosing on drugs or anything, then I'm the one that is supposed to take action and direct people and say, this is what's going to happen. And
You also, as a manager, you have some things that you need to do that the others don't, right? Like, for example, the social hygiene thing.
Yeah, if
Can you
you-
explain
yeah.
that a little bit?
yeah, if you want to become floor manager, you have to have the social hygiene diploma. That's something you have to study for here in the Netherlands. I don't know if that's in every country, something in the same thing. But so you have to study for it. You have to study how to deal with people. You have to learn how to de-escalate things. So yeah, you need that degree to be able to be the floor manager and be responsible on the floor. Yeah.
And I mean, like, I can imagine that you have to put that in practice more often, right? Like de-escalating situations at work.
Well, de-escalating, I haven't really have to do that often. Sometimes, yes. But I think also the way you approach a situation already, how do you say that? If you approach it the right way, I don't think de-escalation will be necessary to begin with. So you really have to try and read the person that's in front of you and try to respond to that, how you are going to interact with them. Because, yeah, I think I'm a fairly polite person, but I'm also very firm.
Yes.
I stand my ground. Because especially in queer places, that's what I've learned from working at the sauna, is that they can be vicious and they can definitely walk all over you. And that is something that I do not allow while staying polite.
George, how about you? What do you do in the daily?
Well, as I said before, I'm cleaner in the sauna, so I'm cleaning everything behind.
Yeah, because you also, of course, you're like constantly working while people are walking around you,
Yeah.
while they're using all of the saunas, etc. How is that for you? Are you like constantly like trying to work around them, or how do you do that?
Well, it's always like you need to be around. You can't stay like and waiting like for like, well, after 1 hour I can do it. No, you can't do like that. You need to be all the time in
Yeah, ready, right?
move. Yeah, in move. And for that, it's like you need to be also all the time in aware that some places maybe can be more necessary to be clean up straight away, and for that you need to move all the time. You can't be like, I'm gonna wait for some minutes, you know.
Yeah, and how does that work? Do you then tell people, or are you just waiting for them to move, or do you hope that just by being around them that they do it by themselves? How does
Well,
that work?
it depends how busy is sauna. Like Friday, Saturdays, of course, it's very busy, and then of course if you need to clean, then you just say like, I'm sorry, but I need to clean this place or these kind of things. And sometimes people not really understand what I mean with that, as like, can you just move and I just need to clean? Because if you don't understand one time, I need to repeat second time, but little bit harsh.
And you also do the lights.
Yeah, and we switch lights as well. An example like dark room.
So, Luis, can you tell us a little bit about your job and how
Yes,
you are
definitely.
behind the bar?
Yes, but before I just want to say like cleaning team is amazing, like because we are in the bar kind of protected. They are literally between the people. At the bar, we just pure drinks. And sometimes, sometimes also translate. I speak Spanish, so very often there is visitors that don't speak English. Now I speak Dutch, so I'm doing now moving fields.
Yes.
And oftentimes they also come to you for information, right? About where to go, because there are a lot of tourists.
Yes, I am impressed when somebody have like 3 hours inside the sauna and then they ask, "Where are the toilets?" Uh, yeah, right.
Famous question. Maybe signage would be a good tip.
I just go and show them, and
So you told us that like you also like, for example, you have a feeling for if people are new. You know, you like to help people who are newbies. Can you tell us a little bit about that process for you?
yes, a little bit like Jonas said, you have to read the person, and it's a talent that you can also learn that. It's very cute when somebody arrives that is super, super, super nervous, but also when maybe it doesn't show. But for me, yeah, one moment that I can think right now was one of the queer nights that we also have women inside. I saw this super young guy. Also, like, is one of the nights that people have sex in the lounge. Like, normally the lounge is just to talk. So was this kind of orgy happening? And this super young guy by the side looking with, you can see in the side on his look, like, he was fascinated. He was like, he just found a new word. Yeah, so that was very cute. Like,
Yeah, and you were just like staring at the boy, staring at the scene.
I was more into the guy, like the fascination that the scene happening.
Yes, so cute.
Can you tell us a little bit more about those Wednesday nights?
It's my favorite day to work because I feel also it's a little bit more social. Always when women are involved, the situation is a little bit more less hunty. But I also like Saturdays. That is the opposite. Like, it's like a crazy party. Everybody's like all over around.
Nice.
Hey, I'd like to ask you one more question also about like how you approach the customers. I like that you told us that you also you give them tourist information, right? How does that work for you?
Yes, very often people are visiting and they don't know where to go. I have a really nice, but my favorite club. I always think that it's not for everybody. So my first question is like, what would you like to do? Like, what do you do normally in your city? Also, I like to ask people where do they live and know where they are from, because it says a lot more where they are living now. I think that there are like three types of visitors. Like, there is people that is really just into cruising, like bars with dark rooms, or there is techno people that I will invite them to Club Ram. Yeah. Sorry for the free advertising. And there will be the typical, or the most common, that is the gay street, where you have a lot of drag queens. Yeah, you should always visit that.
Yes. I love that those are the three types of people that you meet.
I think so. And the museums.
Yeah.
And of course, Club Church.
Yes.
Yeah, but Club Church enter in the same, yeah. And I always say you can get discounts, so.
What are some challenges that you guys face during work with customers or with
For me, also, George already mentioned, like, when somebody arrives, it's a wellness place at the end. Some people will arrive not in the right mood, and you have to really talk to yourself and say, if I cannot escalate this, and also it's not my job to discuss with somebody else. I love to discuss things, but not at work. So you can politely or in a really smart way try to convince them or make them more logic. And then you will see that one time these 5 minutes of fuming pass, they will be having their best time.
How's that for you both? What are your challenges during your work?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest challenges is probably like finding the fine line, because people are going to do drugs. It's not allowed. It's against our policy. You can only use weed because that's legal in Amsterdam. So for me, it's really finding that fine line, knowing that some will be using drugs, and walking that line, like, when is it going too far? How much am I willing to allow? Because I know if I allow too much, it might go wrong. And then at the end of the night or before that, I might have to deal with somebody who is too high, and then that's not nice for us, it's not nice for the customers. So yeah, that's, I think, one of the biggest challenges working.
Let's go to a more fun topic. Do you visit the sauna yourself sometimes, like as a customer?
Me personally, in 7 years that I've worked there, I think I've been like 4 times or 5 times. Because for like going to cruising places is not really my thing. And also, I find it a bit awkward, the idea of sitting in the jacuzzi with the people that I normally serve, or sit in the steam room with people that I normally serve. And also, it's my day off. Do I want to go to work on my day off?
That's fair.
Well, I do go into sauna when I'm off. And for that, it's like, for me, it's like going to sauna is like chill out, have some drink, just talk with colleagues again.
Yeah, nice. That's nice.
Yeah, for me, I think lately I'm going less as a customer because also having 2 boyfriends is like a lot of work.
Yeah, polyamory, good for you. Lekker.
So if they don't want to come, I will be like, unless a colleague is like, hey, let's have a drink and just relax.
And how about other saunas in other cities?
Well, yeah, the boiler, I'm going on 1st of May, so...
Shout out to the boiler again.
Yeah, I think I visit like just a few saunas in my life, different to NZ. But the boiler was my first one, and since then, yeah, I just fell in love with all the idea. Normally, I like cruising. But yeah, a lot of people don't classify sauna as a proper cruising place. But yeah, for me, it's not the same, but yeah, it still is cruising. And it's nice to meet people. That I like about saunas in general is that normally in cruising places like a park, you don't really meet somebody else. Yeah. But in a sauna, I had so many friends from different saunas.
Yeah, what I remember when we had a pre-talk as well, you also told us that like saunas for you are like something social, you know? Like you don't like Grindr and the apps because it's so impersonal. And I like the philosophy, you know? You go to a place, you meet people. If you don't want to talk to them, you can move away. You know, like that is just for you such a social environment. Yeah, I think that's really nice. And yeah, I think that's also a reason for people maybe to go to saunas. Yeah.
Yes, also people that never visit saunas have an idea that is kind of in their mind. I will always advise people just try. You don't know forced to do anything. We have a nice lounge. You can just have a drink or good food. Bring your friends. Have a good time.
Yeah. What do you think, the three of you? What do you think that a good sauna should have? You know, how can you be a good gay sauna? What are the best ingredients for it?
Cleanliness.
Sure, yeah, cleanliness, but also staying up to date, like making sure that the environment, the furniture, the art, it is inviting, and I mean, it attracts a certain people that you want to attract. Because I'm sure that if you start a sauna, you do think about what kind of people do I want to attract to this place, and then that is definitely important. To, how do you say that? The decor, the interior.
I think maybe I'm not sure, but because I have experience from different sauna, like I was in England, they have an kind of like disco room, and yeah, they have it's open I think so Fridays and Saturdays if I'm not wrong. And for me, like for person who like dancing, so I like this kind of things, yeah. So if it's how disco separate like area of like disco room, I could say, that's probably will be great as well.
And what about the food?
Well, we have food. We have, and I love it.
Yeah.
You love it?
I love to eat, yes. Especially in the sauna. Yeah.
Well,
yeah, to replenish, right? To get some more strength. To
get more power
that you're into. Yeah.
And yeah, the most important is people. Like, I think the saddest thing I saw in my life was an empty gay sauna.
I remember one sauna that I went to in the UK. That was not my favorite. They had like carpet. Like you stepped out of the sauna area, and there was like this wet, mushy, squishy carpet. Yeah, it was kind of icky. Yeah, ugh. Yeah, in London. Yeah. No. Say no to carpets and saunas. No, my thing.
Okay, then I want to ask you, what is your favorite memory at working at the sauna, or like a funny thing that happened to you, or a thing that you found in the sauna? You know.
probably one of the funniest things ever is when we're looking in the hampers with all the towels that need to be washed, is finding an aubergine. And you're like,
Again,
okay. And once, you know these rubber mats that you put on the bar to put your beer glasses on? One disappeared once, and then at the end of the night, we found it in one of the cabins. So,
and you had a theory that they used it for spanking, right?
I mean, what else would you use it for?
Hot. It's a dick mode.
That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, they weren't serving beers in the cabin, I'm imagining. So yeah, funny things like that happen. And something that made me happy, I had to think about that because we talked about it in the pre-talks. And there was actually one thing that happened. There was one guy, starts off sad, but it will end really nice. He got his finger stuck in between the door of the steam room. And I'm not gonna get too graphic, but it's quite severe. Like it was hanging. Yeah, there was some blood. So I just sprung to action, got the first aid kit. I did what we learn in the how do you say EHBO courses? How do you say that in English? The first aid courses. And so yeah, I just banded it up, and I said, well, you're gonna have to go to the hospital because you will need stitches to get this back on. So I just did my job, and then a few weeks later, he was in the sauna again, and he got me a gift card. Aww. That was so sweet, and then in the moment, but I realized in the moment that sometimes just being friendly to people, and I didn't even think I was being overly friendly. I was just in work zone. I was like, okay, somebody needs my help, first aid kit. So I didn't even go above and beyond. And still this person was so grateful to me the way that I helped him, which really made me think, like, if you do try to step it up a little bit, not just do the job, how happy you can make people.
Yeah, I mean, saving lives.
No, I mean, lives. I wouldn't go that far. You have to talk to Alberto about that.
How about you? Do you have maybe a funny
moments?
story of what happened in the sauna?
I hope Jonas don't remember this, but when I was kind of new, one time I was as a client and I lost my towel and I have to go naked like in the first month to see my floor manager. Can you give me a towel?
Did you give him one?
No. Actually, you say no, but you say no as a joke, and they give.
Let me elaborate. I say no all the time as a joke. So I say no and then I give it to them. Did I say it's €1?
You said it was 2.
Yeah, one goes in my pocket, one for the sauna.
Let's round it up a little bit. We're going to go to a Q&A. Question, do you maybe still have questions for the employees of the Sauna NZ? Do you want to know anything from them?
You're like a long-term employee in our industry, 7 years. What do you think are the successes you need to stay for a long time? Because turnover happens quite a bit in our industry.
The reasons that I'm still there, I have really good colleagues. I love working with them. And as I said, they're being very flexible with me, so I can still do things outside of work that I want to do. But I think it's really important as bosses, but mainly management who deals with people working there, is you really have to think about how you approach your people. Because I've worked in many kind of businesses. I've worked in theme parks. I've worked in theaters. I've worked with so many different kind of people. And if you feel like they understand you, if you feel like they care about you, you will stay longer. That's just a fact. And it's just that simple. Care about your employees and ask about their life, ask how they feel. And if you feel like you are being understood as a person and are being given the freedoms like I have to do my projects, you have good colleagues, you will stay.
Are there any other questions? Yeah, in the back there's...
Hello. For each of the staff members, I would ask, what is a piece of advice you would give to a potential, maybe first-time customer who is nervous about coming into maybe a sauna, maybe yours or any for the first time?
If I see somebody, or if I know that somebody's there for the first time, I will, and if I see they're a bit nervous, I will always tell them, just start at the bar. come to the bar, we'll pour you a drink, we'll have a little chat, you can just look around, look in the lounge, and we can also like show you the way like this, show them where the facilities are and everything so they know where everything is. And we always tell them just go explore, like go find out what it's about. If you have any concerns or any questions, just come back to the bar, we're here to help you. And usually that does like give them a little bit more like, okay, yeah, I have somebody that I can go to, I can ask questions. So yeah, I try to be very open in that way. You guys?
Yeah, the most important is that, like, if you have any question, just come to us. You are not alone here. And something that maybe will sound egoistic, but it's really important about the consent is like you are here to satisfy yourself in the way like you don't have to do anything from anybody else. You can always say no and just come to us if you have any issue.
So if I will say, like, from my experience when I came first time in gay sauna, and I was really super nervous because I never been in this kind of place and I don't know what's going on there. I know it's sauna, but what is it about? I don't know. And actually I can say it's like, just be brave and don't be scared, because nothing can happen without your permission, basically. So if you don't want sex, nothing gonna happen because you don't want it. And otherwise, we always have staff who you can go and say, oh, listen, this, I don't want that. And we can manage. So, yeah, just be yourself, be brave, and don't be scared.
Any more questions, maybe, for the staff? No? Okay, then I think that brings us to the end of the panel and of our special live edition. I think it was really nice to meet you. Thank you also for all of the questions that you had. The main characters is, you can find us through the QR code over there.
Yeah, you can see us on YouTube or listen to us on Spotify or subscribe to our Patreon.
Yes. And I need to check my cards the last one time.
I think that's about it.
Yeah.
I hope you had a lot of fun at the conference. I think it's very important and good that you all are here and doing it. We want to thank our beautiful guests for being here.
Give them a round of applause.
And of course also Sauna NZ for inviting us.
Yeah. And I would also like to still wish you a really nice end of the conference, because I think after this you're going to have some drinks and you're going to have a lot of nice conversations with each other. So we hope to see you somewhere soon, maybe in your city, with or without a towel. See you next time. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.